So what's happening, people? It's me, Troy. Y'all seen that bare knee there? It's me, Troy, and I'm here, of course, with the video. And I think I got a Captain America shirt on or something. Some kind of what's that, soccer player? I don't know. Anyway, so listen, I'm here to share with you guys that I'm going to be doing like a little giveaway, giveaway? I don't know, something, hosting something, child. Listen, the point is that last Sunday I did a fairly comprehensive detoxification of thy bookshelves. Okay, like I collected books that I've either read and no longer need to keep, books that I have not even touched in years, sometimes some of them over 5 years, books that I've recently collected but changed my mind of, and books that I may have read and don't have the best of glowing opinions about, and I will not share them any further than this video. Wait, not any further than not even in this video, because I'm trying to get y'all to pick this whole batch up. But yeah, I sort of categorized them by their genre. So there's some science fiction, fantasy, but I'm gonna hold off and just do one at a time as per how this operates within itself. And so the first batch I'm trying to give to you guys, or get rid of, is a batch 2, 4, 6 books that are categorically a blend of cozy mysteries, historical mixed mysteries, or historic cozy mysteries, and maybe one romance. I see one romance. So it's a blend of a number of different things, but they're all mystery based for the most part. The rules of the giveaway are quite simple. It's going to take place from July 24th to the 28th, so that's just going to be within a week. I can't do all that month-long stuff, girl. Let me tell you, I'm trying to have these things shipped out by next week, preferably next Monday. Okay. The rules are I can only open it to U.S. residents. Child, unfortunately, I got to keep my grass cut, and that's a bill within itself. And child, listen, I'm not gonna have no tall grass where snakes gonna be trying to come up in this house, and then have the city calling somebody in the neighborhood calling the city on me about the grass. So we're gonna have to keep it slim on that objective. I can't be shipping overseas and all that kind of stuff, although one day hopefully I can. So it's gonna be open to US residents only, but I still love all my international viewers. On top of that, it's gonna be quite simple to enter. You know, all you have to do is just leave a comment and say that you're interested in it. So, and then Saturday the 28th, which is the day after the ending, I'll tally up, and then I'm really gonna just use this simple random spin the wheel application and go from there. And then I'll go ahead and write the winner, and you can subsequently send me your email address, or excuse me, your address, to where it's best for me to send the books. And I'm trying to have these mugs sent out. Let me tell you, if you give it to me the day whatever day you give it to me, they're going out the next day. I don't be playing. Like, we ain't gonna be fiddling and John diddling around. Okay, so that's kind of it. Now let me share the book. So okay, just to be clear, US residents only, unfortunately. The dates are the 24th to the 28th. I'll do the drawing on the 29th, which is Saturday, and then I'll notify the person whose name has come up, and then I'm going to send them off as soon as you give me your address. Now, I'm not going to be holding out or waiting for an address, so if you do want these books, then please be as quick with that as possible, because I'm going to have to, child, I might move on to the next person on the list within the next week. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Hopefully that's not too complicated. I'm such a focused individual. I like to get stuff done, and I was like, I could easily donate these, but I do that all the time. And I was like, I want to see if you guys who watch the channel may want some of these books, because sometimes literally people will write me and say, I would love a copy of, you know, some book that they see me unhauling. You know, I would love a copy of that and stuff like that. And there's been times where I just kind of just randomly sent people stuff. Well, not randomly, I sent people stuff through Amazon. So anyway, the list is quite simple. The first book is The Witness for the Prosecution by Agatha Christie. I only bought this because I wanted to read that singular short story, which I could have easily just bought on my Kindle. But this book I got from Thrift Books, so it's not in the absolute best condition, but it's nothing really wrong with it. Second and Charles did not want to take this book because it previously was a library book based out of New York. But still a great book, I guess. So yeah, this is the first one. So all you Agatha Christie readers, if you don't have a copy of this book, this is something to whet thy appetite. The next one is Macy Dobbs by Jacqueline Winspear, which is a pretty extraordinarily popular series. It has this cut here because I bought it like out of a 50 cents bin, but it's in great condition. I've never read it. I actually did a haul video presenting this book back in the later part of 2016, and I have not touched this book yet, but my library has a copy. I've done a lot of cross-referencing of what they have available, and in which I don't need to hold on to any books because I can always go there, and this was one. So you guys are probably fairly familiar with this. It takes place in 1920s London, and the main protagonist is a woman named Macy Dobbs, who is a detective. So I'm pretty sure you guys know all about this because it's always the one that's behind. The next one is pretty close to that one, and that's the Mitford Murders by Jessica Fellows or something like that. Apparently this author was one of the writers for the TV series Downton Abbey, but this is another book in which, you know, the main protagonist is a woman taking place in Europe or England or London in itself. Maybe not so much, but it does take place in the 1920s, and she's like a maid, and she's sort of like a companion to some wealthy woman, and then there's of course murder. But you guys probably, as always with this, know much more about this than me. I actually just kind of bought this book in support of this used bookstore, but I was curious enough to want to buy it, to read it, but my library has a perfectly good copy. There's no need for me to keep it. So the Mitford Murders is there. The next one is State of the Onion by Julie Heisey, whatever. You can tell me. This is a culinary mystery series, and this is the first book in a series about a woman who works as a chef in the White House. All right, so that's all you need to know. I think that this is fairly popular. I think the one booktuber that I can recall that has read this series is probably Elizabeth at Lizzie Faye Reads. So that's kind of where I can recall ever hearing about this series from. But you know, the White House chef mysteries, I'm kind of good. I'm straight. I don't need to read it. So that's for you guys. The next one is A Skeleton in the Family by Lee Perry, which I intended to read for March Mystery Madness back in 2020 as I presented it within that video, and I kind of decided that I'm not interested in skeletons. This is about a family where a talking skeleton is a part of the family. I think his name is Sid. Yeah, Sid, and you know, it's still a mystery, but I think the core conflict within the first book is finding out how Sid became who he is, which of course is going to lead to somebody having murdered him within his actual living life pre-skeletorialness. But yeah, I just don't want to read about a skeleton. It's a very contrasting difference from the events that I have dealt with within the past 3 years to have led me to be like, I don't want to read about a skeleton, none whatsoever. And then the final book is actually a romance. It's the second book in Noah Roberts' the Broomborough trilogy, which is called The Last Boyfriend. If there's any Noah Roberts series that I'm still have hopes for reading, it is this one. I did enjoy the very first book in this trilogy, and for a while I did have the second and third. I got rid of them, and then I ended up finding this little 50 cents copy from my library's used bookstore, and I got it just to show support. But my library has an actual copy of this book. I don't need it. But I do like this series. I just need to read the next two books. Okay, so there's a ghost involved, there's romance involved, and there's about a inn that's being renovated by this family. So yeah, those are the books. I figured the ghost part will make it something of a mystery. So these are the books I'm going to be shipping off to someone. Once again, it's really quite simple to enter. Be a U.S. resident or have a U.S. address I can send them to. The date is Monday, which should be today, the 24th to the 28th. I'm going to do the spin the wheel app or randomization on the 29th, which is Saturday, and I'm going to be contacting you probably really soon. If you could give me that address on Saturday before the post office closed, they will be shipped on that same day. All right. If not that, then definitely Monday. So that is it, guys. I hope you guys join me here and participate. And then hopefully, if this goes well, I have a section of fantasy books and science fiction books that I would like to do this another half to. So that's it. Thank y'all so much for joining me here and watching the video and subscribing and liking and all that stuff, all that cheeseburger stuff. All right, I gotta go. What I'm about to go do? Wash clothes, I guess. Bye.